Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. Another day here in Ohio with some overcast and rain. It rained last night like a lot. Just when things were drying out, it got saturated. I actually had to save the goats. Their area that they're pinned up in got a little wet, so I threw some fresh straw in their little hut out there. Elevate them off the ground a couple more inches and give them somewhere dry to lay. I noticed they were just standing there when I got home. I was like, eh. So anyways, I'm out here in the shop just just working on this order. I got a pretty good start. Got a pretty good start on things out here. Sorry. I'll kind of show you what I got going on. This isn't a huge order. It's okay. I'll take it. I mean, it's an order. There are a lot of pieces though, a lot of pieces of the puzzle, so it's going to take a little bit of time to get it all put together. But I'll get it. I should finish up with this weekend, and then maybe next week I'll start on some belts. I probably will. I'll get some belt blanks cut out and order up some buckles. Speaking of which, I just made a buckle guy order, and it's not here yet, for one. For two, I should have ordered buckles, and I didn't. I had to check the status of that order. Yeah, hopefully I don't forget. I need to check, because I need the rivets for that to finish this order. Anyways, I don't know what's going on right now. It's just exhausting. It's crazy. It's crazy that this is going on, and it's definitely changing our lives. I think it's a good learning experience for a lot of things, though. I think a lot can be taken away from this whole experience. I know it's opened my eyes to a few things. Really opened my eyes. So when we come out of this, I think everyone should take a step back and just say, what did I learn from this experience? And what can I do better to prepare for something in the future? And I'm not like full prepper. Don't get me wrong. I guess I've said from the beginning, or when I started doing the vlogs on the channel, that I want to be more self-sufficient, more self-reliant, and we continue to work towards that goal. And this is a perfect example of why. Just to not have to go out and be in the chaos and madness. And I really wish I was in a position to not have to go to work. I mean, we all wish that, but I really would. I wish I could. I need to be more independent. I need to find a way to be self-employed. And there are things I could do right now, but it's scary times. So now might not be the time. I'm in a pretty secure job, so I might want to hang on to that for a little while. But in the future, for sure. I don't like the fact that someone has so much control over me. It's not a good place to be. So anyways, hope everyone's doing well. Try to stay positive. I know I am. I'm just, trying to look at the bright side of everything. And, hopefully this doesn't go on too long, and hopefully everyone stays safe. So let me show you what I'm working on real quick, and then we'll wrap this video up and I'll get it uploaded. I'm not going to edit this video. It's just going to be a straight upload. I just don't have the time right now because my daughter is home, like a lot of other people's kids. Like right now I'm getting ready to go in the house. She's going to want lunch, and got to get her rolling, get her dressed, get her going so that I can drop her off on my way to work. So that's going to kill my edit time. So I'm just going to give you guys these videos raw for now. desperate times call for desperate measures. So, I've got tool rolls almost finished. They're all sewed up, ready to put the straps on. These are a new style sheath I'm making. This is just a really bare bones, down and dirty leather sheath that's getting riveted together. Just the quickest, cheapest, and it is cheap. The quickest, cheapest possible sheath I can make. This is really, it's not a bad product. It's just the product specs out for an inexpensive sheath. So I came up with this reason. This is a water buffalo veg tan. It's not quite the same as a regular veg tan cowhide. It does have some nice pull up in it. Pull ups where you see where I bent the leather, it got lighter. That's what they call pull up. Adds a nice vintage look to the sheath. And I'm able to do these inexpensive because the material is about half of what a veg tan cost. And instead of sewing, I'm riveting them together. Now, the rivets are more expensive than the thread, obviously, but the thing is when you sew a sheath like this, you have to put a welt in. A welt goes in about 3/8 of an inch along the edge. Blah blah. I can't talk today. And that protects the thread from the knife blade cutting it. So in order to do these with thread, you have to put that welt in. Well, the welts take time to cut, and then they take time to glue. And to glue a welt into these sheaths is already a daunting task. It is by far the most time during the entire process of building a sheath. It takes the most time. Now with this water buffalo veg tan, it's a bit oily, so it does not adhere very well with any glue. So what you have to do is glue it once, let it dry before you stick it together. You let the contact cement dry completely, and then you put another layer of contact cement on top of the dried contact cement, and then you let that dry to tack, and then you can stick them together. Well, as you can imagine, that process would take twice as long as what a normal sheath would take. So what you lose in money, or what you save in money, you lose in time, but 10 times of what you spent on the material. So for a product like this, you just rivet it together. You no longer need a welt. The rivets are made out of brass. The knife blade's not going to get damaged, and it won't cut the rivets. So it eliminates the need for the glue or the welt. So you're saving a little bit of money on the welts, and you're saving 10 times the amount of time in assembly, because once this is right now 50% complete. Once I put the rivets in it, it's 100% complete. So there's 2 steps: cut it out, rivet. That's it. So I blabbed on a really long time about that, but that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And it's not really my style. I don't really particularly care for riveted sheaths. It's not something that I normally do. But in this case, it fits the knife very well. It's kind of a frontier style knife, so the sheath looks like a frontier style sheath. It really does go together well. So that's why I'm doing that. Quick, inexpensive. Made in America. These are belt loops. It's hard to tell. I'll show those when I get them finished. And then these are the big knife sheaths that I make. These are big monsters, but these will be stitched and double stitched. And then I don't have them cut out yet, but I'll have to make I think there are 4 total axe sheaths, so I'll get those cut out tomorrow probably, and then Saturday I can just start assembling. Really, just get everything cleaned up and assemble. So I should have this whole order done this weekend. I mean, unless something crazy happens, I'll have it done this weekend. And like I said, probably start on belts next week. And then if I get belts started and do some math and figure out lengths of the belts, I can then possibly start on some suspenders and get those listed in my Etsy shop. Well, I'll get the Etsy shop going first, but then I'll get that stuff up. So we'll see how this all plays out. I mean, I've got plenty of stuff here to make, plenty of material to make things. So if orders slow down, I don't get any orders coming in, I'm going to just start using up material I have in the shop, just get it circulated, and then get some different products on my Etsy shop. So I'm going to take advantage of potential downtime. If there's any downtime, I'm going to take advantage of it. So something I need to do anyway. You know, materials on the shelf does not equal money in the bank. So I generally try to keep my materials low for obvious reasons. But when there's deals, it's hard not to buy a little extra and take advantage of the deals. Well, over time, that extra adds up, and then you end up with piles of leather that are just waiting to be used. And, you know, I have quite a bit. So we'll see what happens, see how things play out, and see what I can come up with. But that's it. I hope everyone's doing well. I appreciate all the views and the support. The channel's still growing. We're still moving in the right direction. So that's good. If you let me ask you guys this. What's your opinion on this? Because I see people back and forth on this. Should I say, if you like these videos, click subscribe and hit the like button? Or should I just let it go? Like, does it matter? Or is it... Because I don't know. I don't know what's the right thing to do. I feel like if I'm asking, I shouldn't be. But then I feel like if I don't ask, I should be. So, I don't know. What's your guys' thoughts on that? Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. So, we'll see you guys again on the next video. Until then, take care.